The child's name was Lucas, and long before he understood what strength truly meant, life forced it upon him. He lived in a small, crowded apartment with his two younger siblings, Emma and Noah. Their parents were often absent, not because they didn't care, but because survival demanded more than love. Their mother worked double shifts at a factory, and their father took any job he could find, often returning home late and exhausted. Lucas was only 10 years old, yet every morning he woke up feeling much older. Lucas learned early that his siblings depended on him. Emma was 6, curious and sensitive, while Noah was only 4, still learning how the world worked. When their parents were gone, Lucas became the protector, the guide, and sometimes even the parent. He made simple meals, helped them get dressed, and walked them to school or daycare. Responsibility means being accountable for others, and it settled on Lucas's shoulders like a heavy backpack he could never take off. School was hard for Lucas, not because he lacked intelligence, but because his mind was always divided. Half of it stayed with his siblings, wondering if they were safe, fed, and happy. He often came to class tired, having stayed up late to comfort Noah during nightmares or help Emma with homework. Some teachers misunderstood him, thinking he was careless or lazy. Some classmates teased him for his worn clothes and quiet nature. Teased means making fun of someone, often without understanding their pain. There were moments when Lucas felt overwhelmed. Overwhelmed means feeling like everything is too much to handle. He would sit alone by his bedroom window at night, listening to the city sounds and wondering why life felt so heavy. He wanted to play like other kids, to be free and careless, but reality didn't allow that. Instead, he learned to be patient. Patience means staying calm and strong while waiting or enduring hardship. One evening, their mother came home with tears in her eyes. She tried to hide them, but Lucas noticed. She apologized for not being around enough, for asking him to grow up too fast. Lucas didn't know what to say, so he hugged her tightly. In that moment, he understood something important. His strength was not a burden, it was a gift his family needed. That realization didn't make things easier, but it gave his struggle meaning. As the years passed, Lucas grew stronger inside, even if his life stayed difficult. He learned how to manage time, how to stay calm during chaos, and how to put others before himself. These skills weren't taught in school, but they shaped him deeply. When Emma cried from fear or Noah scraped his knee, Lucas was there, steady and reassuring. Reassuring means making someone feel safe and confident. Money was always tight. Some nights dinner was simple and small. Lucas learned to eat less so his siblings could eat more. Hunger became familiar, but so did sacrifice. Sacrifice means giving up something important for the sake of others. He never complained, not because he didn't feel pain, but because he believed his siblings deserved better. At school, a counselor eventually noticed Lucas's quiet maturity. She spoke with him gently, and for the first time, Lucas shared his story. Sharing didn't come easily, but once he started, the words flowed. The counselor helped connect the family with small resources and support. Support means help that makes difficult situations easier to manage. It wasn't a miracle, but it made things a little lighter. Lucas began to understand that strength didn't mean never feeling weak. It meant standing up even when you felt like falling. He still cried sometimes, alone in the dark, but he always got up the next morning. He learned that being strong for others doesn't mean ignoring your own feelings, it means choosing love despite fear. As a teenager, Lucas took on part-time work to help his family. Balancing school, work, and home was exhausting. Exhausting means draining all your energy. Yet, he kept going. He dreamed of a future where Emma and Noah wouldn't have to struggle the way he did. Dreams became his fuel. Fuel is what keeps something moving forward. There were setbacks. Setbacks are problems that slow progress. Lucas failed an exam once because he was too tired to study. He felt ashamed and disappointed, but instead of giving up, he tried again. He realized that mistakes were not signs of failure, but signs of effort. That lesson stayed with him. Emma and Noah grew up watching Lucas. To them, he wasn't just a brother, he was a hero. They saw his quiet courage, his kindness, and his consistency. Consistency means showing up again and again, no matter what. Without realizing it, Lucas was shaping their future through example. Years later, Lucas stood at his high school graduation, his siblings cheering the loudest. He looked at them and felt something powerful. Pride mixed with relief. Pride means deep satisfaction from your efforts. He knew the journey wasn't over, but he had proven something important. A child forced to grow up too soon could still build a meaningful life. Lucas went on to pursue further education and better opportunities. He never forgot where he came from. He continued to support his siblings, guiding them and encouraging them to dream bigger than circumstances allowed. He learned that true strength is quiet, steady, and rooted in love. His story reminds us that sometimes, children become strong not because they choose to, but because someone they love needs them to be. And in that process, they discover a power they never knew they had. Strength isn't about muscles or loud victories, it's about staying when it's easier to leave, caring when it hurts, and choosing responsibility over comfort. If this story touched your heart and inspired you, please subscribe to the Inspired Journey channel and continue walking this path of hope and strength with us.